Alright, back again. So in this video we will resume from the previous tutorial, and in this tutorial as shown, so right now there are different levels, and they each level would have their own player prefab player spawn point. So there are a couple of things you can do. One thing is that you can simply make a prefab of your player and spawn it to the point wherever you want for each level. But in no matter what the case it is, you have to make a player spawn point. So head back to your level 2 Vegas and make an empty game object here. Create empty like this. Name it a player spawn point, and right now the spawn point will be somewhere. If you can press like it will be here, but the track is there far there. So you guys will simply move this empty game object here to something like this here, and if you are not sure what this will do, you guys can simply go to your runner game object, uncheck it and duplicate it, and then simply copy this new runner, new runner, and then you guys can simply paste the new value here in the transform. Or so in case our case this was the value, paste component values, and then you can see where did your runner end up. So if you can double click armature, and this is our this was our new spawn point here. This is spawn point. So you can copy this value or this value. So if this is the value, as you can see, it's far higher than expected. So simply copy this component here again, this new component, put this to new runner, paste component values, and when I pasted it, as you can see, it ended up somewhere around here like this, which we don't want for sure. Then you can simply drag and drop it. So this is the x, this is the x component. We want it to be a bit further, so this is the z value. And then if you can press on armature, press F, and now as you can see it's somewhere inside the surface. Then go on to runner component here again, increase the y value, sorry, this is your y value, make it like it, so it's up on the surface, and now it's up on the surface, and now it seems better. So we'll simply copy these values and copy component here and put it in the paste it in the player spawn point. So this is your level 2 Vegas, this is player 2 spawn point, paste component values, and next thing is to simply assign these values on the runtime. So what you can do is inside this level static immovable, or sorry, inside this level data, make a transform public transform player spawn point. This is where the player spawn point will be, and here simply assign the child component that we just created with the name player spawn point. So this is here, and now we will assign the player spawn point and delete this game object, I guess, because it's not being used, and this player we will delete as well, and this is the player spawn point. Now whenever the game starts, which is in the tab start to go, we will simply assign the which is the level manager. Here in level manager, as you can see, there are a couple of things that are being done. So show level selection will update, and this is show in-game canvas, and here we will set the value. So what do we want to set is pretty simple. Player spawn point is the value, of the level data class. And here we will set the value. And which transform do we want to set is the transform of the player. So simply set the player. Player.transform, and set this to like this. And player is already a transform, so sorry, player dot transform dot position, and this, and then scale. Scale is, I guess, not being changed. If you see, scale remains the same. This is the runner and this is the scale. Yeah, scale remains the same, so we won't change it. Yep, we won't change it. Again, for this to take effect, it's important that your parent has 1 1 as a scale, and then even your level has 1 1 1 as a scale, so it doesn't apply its own things. So now we will copy this here, and now when the game starts, we can check this runner on, because it's referenced. This runner is not referenced. And now if the second level is being selected, it will move to. So this is tab to start, and inside, as you can see, let's play, our player moved to this value, which is the current value, which is exactly how we want it. And here it can say, it says that set destination can only be called on agent that is nef mesh on. So what this means is that, and for which this is giving error, is if we can see, that is for the enemy, or inside our level 2. This is our level 2. This is nav mesh surface baked, and duplicate it, I guess, and set to root, and still it doesn't give. So if we uncheck the enemy here, this is our level, this is our enemy, set the enemy to off, and now games play perfectly fine. So the problem is with the enemy, that it's either too up from the surface or something similar. So if we check the enemy here again, oh sorry, this enemy here again, and now we need, oh yes, so inside this we need to, instead of this croc, we need to put this value here, and now it's totally copying our position, this big guy, and it will try to. So since this has its own animation, yep, it's once it's able to locate the player, it will start ramming him apart. And this is how it is, and the speed is bit less. So right now we will head back to this here, and instead of this croc, we will put the hurricane here, and to adjust the speed, we will go to hurricane and adjust the speed to 3 or 2. 2 seems fine. And we can do also, if we can go here, enemies. So again this will work for our level 1, but level 1 won't be able to work. So what we'll do is uh, simply simply get these component values, and so copy component, and inside our level static immovable, and then level 1 we will create empty, uh, yeah, create empty, and this would be uh, so what we can do for our level 1 is either put a player spawn point here, or if no spawn point is given, so inside our level manager, if the spawn point is null, then it won't apply this. So by default for level 1 we don't have to give any value. If this is not provided, that is no reference is given, is equal to null, then it can simply skip this operation. And we will comment it here or here, or uh, for no reference provided, then don't move the player. Only for level 1. For the rest we need to provide the values here. For anything but 1. Again, this is one way of doing, or if you don't want to do like this, you can simply cut this and put it back to its original position, and here you can create it inside level 1. You can duplicate this runner, so duplicate it like this, delete everything inside, delete this runner, and inside this runner simply get the put this runner as a child game object of player spawn point. And now as you can see, the player spawn point will be exactly the, or simply rename it like this, player spawn point, and delete the further, and put this in the level 1. And I just messed with the level 2 Vegas accidentally, and if we go back to this, no, this is fine I guess, yeah. So this is player 2. So this is our default value of the player, and if we can run this and uncheck this, and if we don't give reference and give reference, we will see how it reacts. So level 1 has to be selected. Yep, level 1, this is for no transform given, it behaves just fine. And now if we drag and drop the reference to it, which is player spawn point, and put, okay, so let's stop it here. And now if we give the player spawn point reference, and put like this, yep, same thing happens. and now we'll save it, and we'll see next tutorial what we can do from